And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
The Bengals on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
So they were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually got to pick up a holding call.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Anthony Hitchens drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. He has really been buoyed here by a strong running attack. They've been great on the ground.
And have enjoyed the entire process because oftentimes when you're running the football well, that's much more of a team effort. Everyone has to come together to make it work. Offensive line, wide receivers, the tight ends when they're on the field, maybe an extra running back leading. It is a really nice thing to see, a team type of thing. And guess what? The quarterback, he can get out of the locker room a whole lot faster after this game. The interviewers are going to go to the running back.
Yeah, now we hit the home stretch here in the 4th with their lead. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes,
a quick slant to Hill.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take this one down to the 36. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away.
2nd down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire.
And he's got room. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense.
And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually.
Now Burrow loses the football.
And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for two is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Cincinnati.
Taken at the goal line.
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always said, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's a give to Mixon. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Mahomes now on first down. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 49 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that'll be incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. He's got a man, complete. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll give it to Mixon. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive,
trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now Joe Mixon. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. He stiff arms him, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 41 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Mixon is in. Touchdown, Bengals. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense.
And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play caller. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And that is incomplete.
Nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
You're not ready.
A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To throw, it's Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd down and goal. Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. And he finds himself open for an easy.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 14-10. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense, 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones, able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Take it in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one. But Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Open man is Uzama. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A handoff to Mixon, and the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And Mixon not going to get there. Running into a wall here, and they'll stop him short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
McPherson's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelsey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. And when we talk about yards after the catch, you think about speedy little receivers, but Travis Kelsey was 3rd in the NFL in 2020 in that category.
Yeah, normally when you talk about tight ends, you immediately begin talking about them rumbling down the field. But to me, he was pretty well gliding downfield there. Very athletic for a big man. And he takes this one all the way to pay dirt.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is up to 8. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Burrow. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Melvin Ingram getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken at the 37. 35 yards that time on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake,
A field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Chiefs on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They can use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
There's a reason the number 4 was flashing through my mind when he let that one go. 3 touchdowns already in his back pocket. The deep ball's been a great weapon for him in this one. Unfortunately, empty on that attempt.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. Mixon with a first down carry.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
It was Jaron Reed who got him down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. Hard throw, incomplete.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Oh, the ball is out. Edwards-Helaire lost it. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it. These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So Burrow and the Bengals down by 16. 2:08 on the clock. They'll have one play, maybe 2, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They got to get to the 23 here on third. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He finds Robinson. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Game in hand, the offense takes the knee. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chiefs have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Butker now to add the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Harrison Butker to kick off 4-2 City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Bengals offense returns to the field.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.